Hi all, today I'm going to show you some of the best practices that I used to prepare my CV. So I'll just explain why I have done or used this particular format. And personally, I found that my CV has been um, pretty successful in getting me a job interview. So I'll just explain why I have particular sessions, and it's completely up to you to kind of trial it out and see what best works for you. So starting from before I start, the what is the primary objective of having a CV? So people think, oh, I need to get into a job. So I would say like no. The primary objective of your CV is to impress the potential employer. So they look at your CV, they should be impressed and they should say, okay, I like to talk to this candidate. So that should be the primary aim. So keep that in mind and try to create that curiosity and the impression to make sure that, okay, you get an interview call. So that's like a normal process. So you have there are a lot of ways how they can screen. So usually when someone looks at your CV, they may spend around 10 to 15 seconds before rejecting your CV. So your aim is to keep that interest on. So you have like very less attention span to make that impression. So make sure like you are putting the first or your best thing in the first page. Okay. So if you look at this particular format, if you see here the name and those very basic communication information, I use like very limited space because that's not a value added thing. Okay, so the key thing would be personal statement. So again, you can like these days you can just use Chat GPT and find out one very good personal statement that reflects your own your personality. Okay, so I did some research and I do like a chain this based on the type of job that I am applying for. So in general, like keep it like not more than 4 lines or like not more than 3 lines. And so the other thing I find with my CV is this particular part. This has been one of the important things. So when someone reads the employment summary slash career highlights, they'll get an idea like what kind of experience you carry and what are your key highlights in your career. So again, wherever possible, try to have more quantifiable information. So which you can also like I'll show you in the other sessions what we have. So this gives like a kind of it creates an image about you with the potential employer. And the other part, what I really found very impactful is this one. Earlier in my career, I used to like write a lot of lines, a lot of words to explain what are my areas of skills and expertise. So this format has really changed the way how people look at the CV because by reading these 3 columns, they have an idea, okay, what this person carries. So again, it won't give them a full picture of how far, how good I am, but at least they know, okay, these are my expertise and strengths. And again, like as I said, you have to create that curiosity, and you should cover like what they're looking for. So what I usually do is like I will just go through a job description and I look for the keywords. So if they're asking for, say, SQL, then I'll say like I have SQL experience. So you mentioned that, and generally I will specify the key requirement on the last 3 rows, and on the first row, sorry, not on the last row and the first row. So that's where like usually they will like their eyes will go and look for that information. So and don't bold, I'm just showing you like where I'll mark them. So that's one way, and you don't have to load everything, but load the relevant skill set that you have. Say, for example, the job description may not have anything as facilitation experience, but again, because I have that experience, I can mention that because it's a kind of value-added experience that I'm bringing in. So what I'm indirectly telling to the employer is, you are asking for five skill set. I have the five. Also, I have extra five that is relevant. It can really add value to your organization. So that's the key thing. So try to keep it very simple, and I think that will be cool. Then your accomplishment. So again, try to like quantify as much as possible. Sometimes the accomplishments can kind of shadow some of the employment summary slash career highlight points. That is fine because you're reiterating that, okay, you are proud about your accomplishments. So try to like have something, even if you are done volunteering, or even if you're done something that has been appreciated by your managers or even your colleagues and your senior staff. Just put that, because end of the day, you have done your hard work. So yeah, so you will get a lot of proper wordings how you can do that from online search. So then, like, what I've done here is I just try to put in a concise way what is my qualification, and it's more like the relevant one. I'm not adding a lot of things, but again, it's up to you how you want to do that one, because qualification is fine, but again, it I don't know, it depends on the your country and your region. So this is more like based on my experience in New Zealand. Okay, and after that, I would say like this is the key thing. Based on this itself, they'll have an idea what they want to do with the application. So, and further down, like this is how I have the employment history. So these are very wordy, which I would admit, but again, my thought process is like I'll put them here so that like if they have any questions about the first page information, they can always refer it here. So here the structure I'm using is like company name, then please provide the country, because uh, uh, when I apply in New Zealand, they may not know what Mumbai is, what Chennai is, or if you put any other city name, they might know, but again, it's better for you to put the country as well so that they know you're carrying that experience from that particular country. And try to mention things very clearly, and say like what was your role, what was your key responsibility, and what kind of projects you have done. And because the projects are your testimony, so they will say, oh, okay, you've done this project. So they might have questions during the interview from that project, because someone might read, okay, you have done a library reporting framework project. So someone might have that interest in library, so they might be, okay, I want to ask him about this project. So in the interview, you might get a question saying that, oh, you have mentioned about library. Tell me, what did you do? So that's a good thing, because they're trying to connect with a similar interest. So please put your projects here, and if you have your achievements, yes, you can also mention that here. So again, I put few things, and again, like don't go beyond 3 or 4 pages. Again, for me, like because these are digital ones, so I'm not printing anything, so I'm pretty happy with the long one. So the other thing with New Zealanders, like they oh my God, okay, they look for references. So if you have references, please add that here. These are just dummy data, but again, if you don't have, then definitely put references available on request. Okay, and the again, just to reiterate, the key thing is your first page, and you have like 15 seconds to impress them to continue reading. Again, with 15 seconds, they may not even decide to give you a call, but the key thing is you are keeping that interest alive. So they will, okay, they should be impressed. They should be, okay, this looks good, and please make sure like there's no grammatical error. Again, English is not my first language. Still, like I use a lot of tools like Grammarly, and you can use ChatGPT to check those things. And please, it's not the perfection. Like you might trial this with some of your job application, and you might not get a call, but don't be disappointed, because everyone may not like the style. So again, this is my own personal style, and I have full confidence in it. And I think it has been like very successful for me in the last 10 years. So I thought I will share my experience. And Other suggestion would be like share it with consultancies and agencies, and you can ask them very freely what do you think about my CV, because they would have seen thousands of CVs, and they might give you very good inputs based on your location, your current job market. They might say remove certain things or don't add. So again, mm, it will help you to like identify how you can adjust your CV based on the your current situation. So I found it like very challenging when I started doing this. Instead of having a lot of experience, I didn't like have a very good CV. And with what you can see, like I've been very successful with my job hunt and getting into a job. And I hope this video is very useful for you. And if you want, uh, I'm planning to do more videos about cover letter and also how to hunt for a job, what kind of approaches. So I'm happy to share that experience in due course of time. So have a wonderful day and all the very best for your job search.